I actually know you because of your digital background. I am so fascinated by first yung unbox.ph. Is that your baby completely?
Well, I have partners.
Okay.
So I was one of the major founders, but I had like 3-4 partners when we initially put it together. Mainly because at that time, all of us were clueless as to how to do it. When we were talking about it, so how much capital do we need? We were trying to compute how much. I really don't know.
So how did you guys decide like how much to? Did you put it? Honestly, did you put in a lot of money?
No, it was small. It was really small. Because it was off the back of hard work more than anything else. And their connections to be able to get our first set of advertisers. So it was very strategic. Parang my strength back then was the content creation part and knowing how to do at least the digital side. The partners had the access and the network to be able to get us the advertisers and the support that we needed, especially when we needed to ramp up already and we needed to hire people already to build it into an operations type of thing. So yeah, okay naman, happy naman. So we started it 7-8 years ago. And now we have a team of around 6-7 people.
That's awesome.
I rarely get to talk to them though, but
really, but because
I'm not as involved anymore. So before I was really day to day with everybody. I would be attending the events. But the problem is, kanya my current job. My current job is I'm with a telco. Diba? So
yes.
So it's hard to be the face of a technology gadget site if your day job is a telco.
Yes.
So how can I write about, for example, the internet speeds, or how can I write, for example, about the new products of our competitor if it's clearly conflict of interest?
I see.
So when that happened, I kind of let go and let the guys take it on, which is good because they really stepped up.
Yes.
So everybody matured in the process.
Okay. So how long have you been working for this telco?
A little over, almost 2 years. So almost 2 years. So I handle digital acceleration and marketing services.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically the key digital projects of the group, as well as marketing services. That's PR, advertising, sponsorship, events, and stuff like that. So those two groups are currently under me. It's a group of over 100 people.
Wow. All right. And that's like a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
You're there every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun.
Kaya pa?
Kaya.
Okay. And then aside from that, okay, so you have your website. At one point, you were with a digital agency.
That was prior.
Was that your agency?
No, I put up, I was one of the partners.
Okay.
So we put up, it started with, what do you call this, DM9 Jaime Saifu. They're one of the most awarded creative agencies in the Philippines.
Yes.
But at that time, they didn't have like a digital arm.
Right.
So they were looking for a managing partner for the digital arm of the business. So I came in, bought in, shelled out money. We put up the DM9 Digit was the name of the agency.
Yes.
And actually at that point, I was thinking, do you want to put out money for shares or do I just want a nice salary?
Yeah.
But I realized back then that the goal, at least I kind of read that the goal of the partners was to sell it eventually.
And they did.
Yeah, and they did. So buti na lang at that point, I realized I should put out money.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I bought into the agency. Tapos yun, when it was bought out by Dentsu, that was one of my first major exits.
Wow.
So cashed out, sold my shares, stuff like that.
What did you do with the money you...
it's still there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You didn't give yourself a nice gift or anything like that?
Well, nag-vacation kami ng wife ko. We went to the US or something. I can't remember where. Hindi ko na maalala kung saan, basta nag-bakasyon kami. Tapos, a lot of the biglaang travels namin na medyo bongga, I draw from that fund. But relatively, it's still intact.
Yeah. So, how did you get into the digital atmosphere? Like, what was your first salvo into it or first taste?
Well, it started, because my career started really with gaming. Let's take it a step.
Okay, sige, go.
The guiding principle kasi on anything that I do is that I have to love something before I get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi I know for a fact that when I love something, it becomes easier. It allows me to be at my natural best. Kumbaga, it gives you all the advantages.
Okay.
If you love something. So I started with gaming because back then, early in my career, I loved playing Ragnarok, yung mga games like that.
Yeah.
So one of my first businesses, I put up an internet cafe. And then after that cafe, I joined Level Up, which was the gaming company. Well,
I remember.
First, Net Games muna.
Parang, was the first time we met Net Games? It was Net Games.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was...
With sila RJ Maclan,
yes.
sila Jane Walker.
Yes, oh my gosh, I remember.
Yun. So Net Games muna, tapos after Net Games, Level Up. I was there, I think, for a total of around 5, 6
Yep.
years. I
Yep.
can't remember how long it was. But at that time kasi, I realized na after gaming, I wanted to go deeper into digital.
Right.
Kasi there were 2 branches. You either go into hardcore marketing / brand management, or you go digital marketing.
Yes.
And that time, everybody was into brand management, your traditional marketing, that I saw that there was an open space for me.
Yeah.
So, yun, I took the leap of faith. I invested in my own classes. I took certifications. I took trainings to be able to learn as much as I can. Self-learning din. And lalo na yung magandang learning field kasi yung gaming industry. Kasi you really spend the money on digital. Kasi your audience is digital. So you
Yes.
spend money on MSN, Yahoo Ads,
Yeah.
to be able to get a taste for the first wave of like performance marketing back in the day.
Yes.
Diba? So yun, after that, I joined Friendster.
Friendster, my God.
Tapos after Friendster, I realized naman that I wanted to get into content. So that's when I joined TV5 to head their new media division.
Right.
And pero concurrently, I put up na doon Unbox. Tapos doon na nagsimula.
Oh, wow.
So Unbox, then I put up like a Geek, which is a geek site, and Unpacked, which was supposed to be a travel site, but it's now our sneaker site.
Oh, that's right. I remember you
Yeah.
put up that travel site. You started with like travel blogs. Parang you
Yeah.
wanted to do that.
But it's so hard. It's so
It is.
expensive.
Sneakers is easier.
Yes,
But why
sneakers
sneakers?
is
Did you really love sneakers? Or did you just think, uy, this is a good niche that I know people are gonna click on, or it can
It
spread.
was a natural progression kasi I love, well, my love was really with Cole Hands. I think you know the brand, diba?
Yes.
They're the luxury dress sneakers.
Yes, they're comfortable. They're
At
super
the same
comfortable.
time, you can wear them with a suit, smart
Yes.
casual, it will look okay. So doon nagsimula. Pero after that, kasi yun nga, the tipping point or the point where I decided to do sneakers was mainly because I couldn't do tech anymore. Because I was in telco.
Oh, yeah,
So I was
right.
looking for something else to do because there was always that itch to create, to become, to do something.
Ah.
And at the same time, after becoming like a blogger and like a telco guy, I saw na, uy, parang masarap maging YouTuber naman. Diba?
Parang
So,
reinvent yourself, gano'n.
So parang, wow, YouTuber naman. Sige, kasi nagawa ko na eh. Naging gaming na, nag-digital na tayo, nag-tech na ako na vlogger. Ano ba next? Telco. Ano ba magandang gawin? Uy, parang masarap maging YouTuber.
Okay, pero at the same time, I mean, having a job and then doing that's tiring.
Well, it depends eh. Parang, siguro two things. Number one, I have this principle that I followed through my entire career. It's the one that I constantly try to tell the young kids. It's called the 7 to 1 principle. So
Okay.
8 a.m. to 5 p.m. you build your career, or you go to school, or whatever you need to do to be able to pay your bills, stuff like that. The magic actually happens 7 p.m. to 1 a.m.
I love that.
Diba? Kasi that's where you actually get to do whatever it is that you want to do.
7 p.m. to 1 a.m. You're saying you're actually working from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. at what you love.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like work.
Really? What time do you go to bed
Kasi
normally?
it's usually mga
2, 3?
11. No, 11.
Oh, okay.
You don't necessarily have to work until
Yeah.
1.
You're just saying that that's your magic window.
Yeah, that's the time where you... Kasi not everybody's blessed to have a job that they love.
Yes.
Lalo na here in the Philippines, majority of your middle class, or a big part of it, go to BPOs, go to
Yes.
contact centers. And I'm sure when they were born, they didn't, or when they were a kid,
They didn't.
write down in that grade school question. And when I grow up, I want to be an operations manager in a big call center.
Oh wow. Okay, that's
Diba?
interesting that you brought that up. There are a lot of people that can relate to that statement right there. Okay, but what do they do if that's the case? I mean, do you think everyone? Would you say to everyone, "Oh, sige, you know what? Get out of your job and follow your passion." Would you?
Not get out of your job. You need to pay your bills. But what's critical is what do you do with your evenings? Kasi if you will use your evenings to just drink, go out,
Yep.
party, watch Netflix, sleep, and do nothing, then you'll be stuck with what you're doing. You'll be a BPO professional. You'll get promoted every now and then. You'll climb the ladder. It will take some time. Pero if you want to accelerate things, or if you want to change careers, or if you want to reinvent yourself, the only time block that you have is your evening.
Yeah.
And people usually throw that evening away kasi they feel that they're entitled to just rest.
Yes.
But if you do something that you love, it can actually become therapeutic, and it can become your rest.
Yes.
So for example, people keep asking me, how am I able to come up with like 2 to 3 videos a day? while having a full-time job.
2 to 3. I thought you said 1 a day.
Minimum is 1 a day.
Oh my God.
Minimum is 1 a day.
2 to 3 a day.
Today I did like 2. So 2. Tomorrow is 3. So there was a day I went crazy. I put up 10.
I don't even know how you could come up with that much content.
There are a lot of shoes, man. So
Oh yes, sabagay, shoes. Yeah, of course.
there are a lot of shoes.
Of
so
course,
you never
you're
run out.
right.
You never run out.
Okay.
So, parang, alam mo yun, it doesn't, sa akin, it doesn't feel like work. I have fun. I enjoy. It's no different than me playing PlayStation 4 when I was younger.
So you mean shooting a video, editing the video, putting
It's
it together is as fun as
Playing PlayStation 4.
playing PlayStation? And do you have anyone helping you when you do it?
No.
You just turn on the camera.
Shoot, edit, write, everything myself.
Wow, at home.
At home. So I have a
Nice.
small sneaker room where I shoot all the content.
I saw it nga. It looked like a walk-in closet with sneakers in the back.
Sneakers in the back.
Yeah, okay. Ako, I have to shoot in places like this eh.
Oh, ganda naman eh.
Yeah, pero yun na nga lang.
Shangri-La.
Yeah, no, but the thing is like the harder part for me is I tried shooting at home and I realized I wasn't happy with the lighting or the background and ikaw kasi you have shoes in the background. I don't.
No, pero ako kasi ang rule ko, hindi kasi alam ko you can have a production background.
Yes.
So you have an eye for what should be.
Parang my basic minimum,
I mean,
my bare
wala
minimum.
akong minimum eh.
Oh.
Sa akin kasi fast is better than perfect.
But I agree eh, kasi what I noticed what was happening with me was when I want to start videos, I couldn't start because I kept saying it's not good enough.
Yeah, ako kahit
And I got
pangit, I
stuck.
put it up eh.
Yon, and then I eventually just said, put one up, pangit yung audio, pangit yung lighting, who cares? And then that's how you
Eventually,
improve.
as you make more money, then you put in the lights. Then you
Yeah.
change the background. Then yung maganda doon, the audience grows with you. Then they become
Yes.
part of your journey.
Right.
Then every single item that you put into your vlog has meaning to your audience. Alam, mapapansin nila, uy, 60 FPS na yung camera mo.
Yeah.
Uy, dumagdag na yung ilaw mo. Uy, malinis na yung background mo. So they grow with you as you grow the channel.
Yeah. Okay, so sige, when you started your YouTube vlogs on shoes, how did it feel when you first put your video out? The first time you did it, were you nervous? Did you think, oh God, are people gonna watch? Do you have doubts, insecurities, anything? I want to know. I want people to know, kasi whether are you that type that goes through all those doubts in your mind, or were you so confident, I'm gonna hit 100,000, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make it happen? Which one were you?
More the competitive type. Kasi parang, and it's siguro important for people who are watching, there's no one way to become successful. What works for me might not work for you, might not work for the people watching, right?
Yeah.
Because we're all different. We're all wired differently. So for me, the best and fastest way to become successful is through self-discovery and self-awareness. So if you know what you're strong at, if you know what you're good at, if you know what your skills are, if you know what you're weak at, then you can have full control of your brain and your heart so that you can just press buttons to function a certain way.
Yeah.
So for example, when I was putting up the site, I knew based on the book, Strengths Finder. It's my favorite book. Tells you what you are strong at. Strengths
Finders.
My favorite book of all
Is
time.
it a national bookstore?
No.
Okay.
It's like 800 pesos.
Oh, yun.
You buy the book, it gives you a link, you take the test, and then it'll tell you what your top 5 strengths are. So mine is competitive, significance, activator, maximizer, and ideation. So alam ko na at an early point na I'm like that.
Yeah.
Kasi I took that test way back pa. So the point yung point ko lang is, okay, if I want to get fired up about something, I need to have like a clear competitive goal. Kasi competitive ako eh.
Yes.
It needs to be crazy goal. Kasi
Yep.
if it's not a crazy goal, kasi significance part, I won't get excited.
Yes.
Number 3, I need to do it kagad. Kasi activator tsaka yung activator, you have to get started as soon as possible. If you put it off, you will never do it. Tapos yung maximizer is, alam mo na once you start doing it, you'll keep on tweaking
All the way.
and fixing and
Yeah.
revamping and editing and being agile and stuff like that. Ideation, you just have so many things to think about to create. So, you find things or jobs or roles that allow you to maximize all 5.
Okay.
Diba? So ako, when I was starting to put it, I really had audacious goals. Sabi ko, I really wanted to become the best sneaker YouTuber in the world. Not even the
Yun,
Philippines.
I love
Sabi
it.
mo, ganon.
Yeah.
Tapos, okay, I want to hit like, kasi I asked around, so what's a realistic goal for the first year? People would say, go for 10,000. So sabi ko, okay, I'll go for 100.
Yeah.
So kasi kailangan ganon. Kasi
Yes.
kung hindi, it won't fire me up.
Yeah.
It won't turn on that button in me that says go. So next year, for example, when I ask around, and even the big YouTubers, I ask them, so what's the realistic number from 100? What's my second year going to look like? They all say it'll be 200 or 300. 300 daw max. Okay, I'll go for $1 million.
I love it. So that is your next goal.
Yeah, $1 million.
Nice, I like it. You know what? I really think it's possible though.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
I don't know how.